So I want to talk about quite a niche topic, and it's something I've dealt with a lot. I've heard a ton of people deal with themselves, and I just want to share my experience and then hopefully help someone in a similar place. So, how should you overcome the stress when you have a competition coming up, whether it's like boxing, bodybuilding, whatever you're doing? You are going to feel stressed before a competition because you're always going to have these doubts and thoughts that creep in. Am I good enough? I should have trained enough. Why do I feel so stressed even though I've been training? And then all of these thoughts, they make you feel worse and worse towards the competition. And then rather than being excited and performing your best, you are just you're stressed to death. Like, you're sitting there a few days before your competition, you're just like proper fucking tweaking because like all you're thinking is, I should have done more, I should have done this. But the way you have to handle this, and I say handle because you're always going to have a level of stress, and it's physically impossible to overcome stress completely because in some way you need it to perform better. You're not going to perform the best if you're just relaxed and you don't give a fuck, okay? That's why you need a bit of that stress, a bit of that anxiety to push you through, because a lot of the time it can even hype you up. They say anxiety has actually the same kind of feeling as excitement. You just got to reframe it. But anyway, so boxing specifically, right? I always used to train so fucking hard to the point where I'd literally be brain dead by the end of the day. I'd be so fucking tired. I'd have nothing left in my brain, and I'd just kind of be sitting there like I got a fucking lobotomy, And regardless of that, I'd still feel like I didn't do enough because I'd tell myself I should have eaten better. I should have trained harder. I should have trained today earlier on, even though I was fucking dead. Um, and yeah, by the time competition comes, I was just not in the mood. So what is the mindset and some beliefs that you should install so you can handle this better? Well, first of all, I want you to understand that for you to be competing in the first place is a fucking achievement, okay? And this doesn't get enough recognition because a lot of people do the baseline surface level sport. Like, they can box and they'll go to boxing training, however, they'll never compete. And competition is just plain and simple another playing field because motherfuckers are trying to beat each other. The whole point of a competition is to be the best. So it's not only you sitting there trying to be the best, like trying to train every single day, eat your best. It's other motherfuckers doing it as well. So first thing, just remember, you are going against everyone who's trying to be number one. So you're facing what, 10 or maybe 100, I'm not sure the number, it depends on the competition. You're facing that amount of people that are trying to beat you at being number one. Okay, so first of all, just keep in your mind, it's you against 10 people, 100 people. Even if it's one person, they're still training just as fucking hard as you. So the fact that you're competing in the first place, I just want you to like congratulate yourself and say, I made it this far. It's good that I'm competing. I'm pushing myself. This is good. Second thing is training intensity. No matter what, you're always gonna say, I wish I trained harder. I should have trained yesterday. I should have trained an hour before, whatever the fuck. Your brain's always gonna think you haven't done enough. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that weeks and days before you train as hard as possible. And this will eliminate any doubt in your brain telling you that you should have trained harder. Because the only way this doubt would creep in if in some sessions you push yourself but you kind of had energy left and you thought you should have done more. If you truly feel like you've pushed yourself to the limit, you again need to sit there and tell yourself, I could not have done any better even if I trained to my death right now. And this is an important way of thinking because I guarantee you, even if you trained in day and out for 24 hours straight for the next month, if you were still to step into the ring with Prime Mike Tyson, he'd fucking shit on you. And look, like, that is like an obvious answer, but that is just how it be. Okay, sometimes you're not made to win in that moment, and sometimes there is someone that is just better than you. That doesn't mean you can't then be better than them next time. It just means it's not your time right now. If I started boxing 2 years ago and someone's been training for 6 years, we're now competing against each other because we had the same amount of fights. Even if it's the same amount of fights, he's been training longer and he's getting into this more experienced than me. And that's okay because it might not be my time this time, but I know next year round, after I've had this experience of losing, I'm gonna bounce back like the craziest motherfucker he's ever seen and whip his ass the second time. And the third thing is just the overall soul consuming, empty darkness type fucking feeling in the middle of your chest. Now, this is probably the worst one because holy fuck, like it just feels like your insides are okay, I'm not even gonna it just feels like you got a black hole in your stomach, you can't eat properly, you can't communicate with anyone, you can't think straight, you just all you're thinking about is losing, and you're just thinking about like you're just stressing. What you gotta understand is it's not only you feeling like this, but everyone else in that competition. It is a universal feeling, which is why anyone that competes that's watching this video, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and they might even feel the feeling just because of how traumatic it is to sit there and the only thing that goes through your head is you not being good enough and you thinking that you're gonna get fucked up. And you can train the hardest you've trained, you can eat the best you have, and you can be the most ready for this competition you ever would be, but there would still be a lingering thought in your head that you didn't do enough. And the best thing to do is turn this feeling into kind of rage right before the competition, rage, excitement, determination. Like you're gonna sit there feeling fucking horrible, but in that moment you need to be like, all right, motherfucker, we're going now. Competition time, fucking go time. Right before walking up on that stage, or right before competing, or whatever it is, you need to get angry. You need to lock in and have almost another identity. Like you become this strong, crazy motherfucker. Like you need to just have an ego switch to the point where like, all right, I'm not being a pussy me right at the moment. I'm stressed. I'm bugging the fuck out. But right now it's game time, and all of that stress that you have within you, it kind of goes numb, and you just switch on to lock in, and you go flow. You go into a flow state where you just concentrate. So you redirect all of that bullshit feeling into locking in, and then you perform better. Summarize this video. Few days or few weeks before your competition, you're gonna feel stressed. I just want you to know that A, you fucking made it to competing, so that is an achievement in itself. Feel happy, feel a sense of achievement. B, the other guy might be better than you, and it just is like that. Okay, there's fucking 100 people you might be competing with, 1,000, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it just might not be your time, but you gotta make that L. 2 points for L. You gotta turn that L into a fucking W, and you're gonna learn much more from losing than winning. So even if you fuck up and lose, that's fine. Go back, reflect, become stronger, become better. Third point is that feeling is actually really important, and it's gonna help you out right before the competition. Even though it might be killing you from the inside, use it as fuel. Pretend it's gasoline and the competition's fire. Mix it. You gotta blow the fuck up. The craziest shit I've ever said. Boys, but competitions are meant to be tough. You're facing someone that's trying to beat you and training just as hard as you, sometimes even harder. So you got to keep in mind that if you want to be number one, you've got to sacrifice a lot. And even when you sacrifice all of that, you're still going to feel a level of uncertainty. So it's all in for the game, boys. Competition's competition. Let's fucking go. Boom.